shawties be loving the way I rock my hat. Fresh tie on a button up. Fresh denims with a fresh vest or a sweater on. Fresh pair of frames or some fresh Adidas shoes. Everywhere I go, they always want a picture. Whispering in my ear, is there anybody with you? Wanna autograph or they just tryna get answer to questions like what you listening to? I tell them whatever I like, I put it on my radio. You could probably find something new on my radio. If you wanna ride, cool, just don't touch my radio. Don't look so surprised. You can trip if you want, but don't front. You know you love it. Put it on.
What's up, everybody? It's your guy Z Fly. That's right, y'all already know what time it is. It's time to get into the world, the fly world media of it all. That's right, with me and my beautiful co-host, no other than Danielle. What's going on, Danielle?
Hey, how you doing, Z?
Hey. That's right, everybody. We are here. We are so glad you're here. Y'all already know what to do. Listen, first of all, y'all need to go ahead and let everybody know what's up and popping. Let everybody know that the RHF crew, we are here. We are live right now, and we're about to have a great show. We have a lot of great things coming up in the show. Some great talk, that real talk. Y'all know how we do. So a guest and just so much more. So you are definitely in the right place right now. Fly World Media. So keep it locked. You can go ahead and log into all the platforms that we're on. Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook is Real Hot Fresh. And Twitter or X is going to be Real Hot Fresh FWM. So there you have it. It's running right here at the bottom for you. So that way you know how to see us, you know what I'm saying, to see us. And y'all don't have no excuses. Okay. We gave y'all about 5 different things down there. So go ahead and log into one. Now, let's get this show started. All right. So Danielle, what's going on with you? Listen, here we are. We don't make it through another week, another Wednesday, another hump day. Here we are.
Right. Oh, just grateful to be alive, Z. Honestly, got fresh air in my lungs, trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it moving.
I hear you. You know what? Listen, that is so important. I'm telling you the truth. That is so important. You know what, Danielle? And I'm kind of I feel kind of razzle dazzle. Lately. Do you know why?
Why?
Well, see, I don't know if like you're a big TV watcher, but you know what I'm saying. Like fall time is whenever a lot of shows come back. And like so many of my favorite shows, they seem to come back at one time. And mind you, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not one of those people. I don't want to stay in front of the TV all day watching TV. But then it's like, okay, dang, that's coming back. Dang, that's coming. Why does everything come back at one time? I'm just saying. Are you a TV watcher?
Right? Enticing.
I know. Are you a big TV watcher?
I am and I'm not. Mm-hmm. I spend a lot of time watching a lot of reruns. I'm a stereotypical Pisces. I live in Nostalgiaville. I live in Dreamland like 98% of the time. So.
So let me guess. Okay, so now are you the person who's like watching the reruns of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, those type of shows?
At times on the way.
Okay.
Even though I'm not the age demographic, I do find myself watching a lot of reruns of Euphoria, even though that's not the super old school show.
Oh my God, Euphoria! And wait a minute, are they coming back with a new season?
I believe they are, but not for. I don't think until 2025, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be mistaken.
Okay, well, hopefully it is, because 2025 isn't that, it's right around the corner. Also, too, did you ever watch that that show P Valley? Remember P Valley?
I never did.
You
I never did.
It?
I never did.
Well,
you gotta put me on.
Got you. Well, I don't know if if that's your thing. But if you never watched it, then you know what I'm saying, you have time to kind of catch up with it. But yeah, they take forever, to like bring their series back. I think it's been like almost 2 years. And people are still waiting for the next season of P Valley. So I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So how long do you think is too long before the audience becomes disinterested in the series?
You know what? That's a good question. I want to say 2 years and more. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, P Valley, it's been about I think it's been about 2 years. And you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like whenever the season finally does come back, you know, so you don't forgot like what the, you know, what happened last or whatever. Same thing with Stranger Things. You know, so Stranger Things is really big, and it's like, are they gonna wait until like these kids are like adults, which most of them almost are adults? You know,
Right.
right? So yeah, I think. I mean, they must have like a lot of special effects or whatever the budget or whatever the reason is why they won't bring these shows back. But yeah,
Mhm.
I think 2 years and above is too long to keep the you know, an
The
audience
momentum
waiting.
going.
Yeah. And, I can kind of understand maybe a year, maybe a year and a half, but once you get on 2 years, it's like, come on now, this is just ridiculous. So yeah.
Interest starts to fizzle out.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, cool. Well, everybody, well, that is listen, let us know what you all think. What is too long for, you know, any show or series or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to be gone? You know, let us know in the chat. Once again, whatever platform you're on, it was Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. Let us know what is too long for a show to be gone. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get this show started with our first segment, which is that real talk. So let's go ahead on and hit it with the real talk. Real talk. Mm, mm, mm,
Uh,
mm.
Real talk. The late great Kevin Samuels, born March 13th, 1969, arguably 1965. There are different sources that argue about when he was actually born. He passed away May 5th, 2022. He was an internet personality and an image consultant. He was super controversial, and people often endearingly refer to him as the Godfather. He was quite polarizing between men and women and very pioneering in the manosphere sector of YouTube. Some argue that he pumped up men who were lonely and the quote unquote, I guess, outcast of society.
Mhm.
I want to avoid stereotypical terms, but we can use our imaginations on what I'm referring to here. And
Right.
they used this. A lot of people were concerned that men were using Mr. Samuels's platform as a means for angry men to dump on women.
Hmm.
He went viral, I think, for this was not the first time he went viral, but don't quote me. I lost the number on this. I had it written down. I lost it. But he went
Hmm.
viral again for a video called "Average at Best," which came out in December of 2020, where he criticized a 35-year-old Black woman who wanted to date a six-figure man, and he was essentially telling this woman that, "Ma'am, no disrespect, but you are in the average category of looks. Therefore, why not settle for a guy in a lower income bracket?"
Mm.
And the video went viral, arguably because he was critiquing a Black woman for having a higher standard for herself than what society thought a Black woman should have, especially a Black woman who had the unique facial features and skin tone that she did.
Hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful uh, young woman, by the way. But
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it also sparked some controversial debates on the whole, you know, colorism issue in the Black community. Well, worldwide actually, but specifically in the Black American community, about whether a dark-skinned Black woman was even deserving of uh, a man of a certain standard, even if society did not believe that she was worthy of what she thought she was worthy of.
Right. And you know what? Now, so now I was never a Kevin Samuels a watcher. You know, I definitely, I mean, I definitely heard a lot about him, you know, all the controversy. I mean, how can you not? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to watch him to know who he was. But you're right. You know, so I actually went and looked at, you know, went back and looked at some of his videos. You know, I used to have someone who used to ask me, oh, do you know Kevin Samuels? Have you ever seen his videos? And I wasn't really, you know, familiar, but I mean, well, I was familiar. I just never really watched them. But yeah, I actually watched one today, and you know, he was talking about the modern women are a party of one. And
Yeah.
yeah. So I think with Kevin Samuels, it's just just like how you said, is his rhetoric, did it help women be better off in the dating world? I really, in my opinion, I think that he did have a lot of valid points. Maybe his delivery was a little offsetting, but I mean, we don't hold on, because now there was one thing that he said about he was
Okay.
telling a woman. He said that a lot of men, they don't follow the oh no, sorry, no, I'm sorry. He said a lot of men, they don't care what a woman has. They care who they are. And basically, in that particular video, how he was saying, like, a lot of women say, oh yeah, I got a PhD, or I'm a doctor, or I have this degree, or I pay my own bills, and I'm independent, and all this stuff. And basically, he was just saying that a lot of men don't even care about any of that. They just want to know who you are as a person. And I mean, in a sense, that could be kind of sad that, like, women are striving to have these things, but men don't acknowledge what women have. So Kevin was just wondering, trying to tell the lady that, you're striving to have all this, but at the end of the day, a man, he isn't even looking at all the degrees you have on your wall. He's looking at what type of person you are, how you looking at dress, how you gonna take care of the kids in the kitchen. I
Right.
mean, so I don't know. I mean, what are your? I mean, overall, how do you see Kevin Samuels?
I okay. I believe I am in the minority group of women, specifically Black American women, who liked him. I
Mhm,
liked him. In fact, when I didn't know much about him, the thing that really caught my attention about him was the average at this video. And I think I reacted the way a lot of people reacted, which was,
mhm,
"Oh my goodness, who does this man think he is? And how dare he tell a woman something like that?" But the more I actually listened to the entirety of what he was saying,
mhm,
the more I thought, yeah, his tone was a bit harsh, but I do see where he was coming from. And
mhm.
one thing I do notice about Kevin Samuels is a lot of people tend to take sound bites, what my father also referred to as sound bites. They'll take a small piece of a much larger conversation to fit whatever narrative they're trying to build. And it seems as though there is often a misogyn a misogynist a misogynistic narrative being built against Kevin Samuels, uh, and a narrative that I didn't think was necessarily the most accurate narrative, that he hates Black women or that he doesn't like Black women. I can see how people taking sound bites and little bits and pieces and clips of what he's saying out of context can construct that narrative. But I think if a lot of people were honest with themselves and took the time to watch his videos in their entirety and see what he's saying within the context of what he was saying, they would see that he's not this complete monster that I
Right.
think a big portion of the internet paints him out to be.
Right. And you know what too, and to piggyback off of that, I really feel that, a lot of times, oh guys, women, listen, don't cut my head off, but I really feel like a lot of times when it comes to females, that they do need that tough love. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, in our history, we look at women as, oh, they're so delicate, oh, they're so this, oh yeah. But but then also you got to think about it. A lot of men can be delicate and things like that. But society doesn't care. They say, "Oh, toughen up, man up. You got to grow up." And so society makes men have to face these hard truths in life, where maybe a lot of men may just want to sit in the corner and just hide from the world. But society and life makes men get out there and do it. So with that being said, I feel like a lot of times, because Kevin actually said it in one of his videos, where he said that women have to face these hard truths. Unfortunately, society, history has taught women, oh, just you're a princess, you wait for your prince, and all this kind of stuff like this. These things that women over time, over generations, have come to find out that, where's my prince? All I get are frogs. And so I just feel like history and generations of the past have taught females how to just wait on a man, and you really never get anywhere. So I really do feel like a lot of times women do have to snap out of it. There was one chatter, on his on his show, and she said that she was told to be with one man. Now, did you hear what I just told you? Yeah, she was told to be with one man. Now, who are telling males to be with one woman? Males, they go out and have a plethora of women. There are men who have 40 wives, but then we're telling females to just be with one man, and they get stuck into these traditions for whatever reason, and it just messes up, because while they're trying to be one way to get a good man, men are just doing whatever they want to do. So it's like, well, where is the good man that you're trying to get? Because you waiting on one man, you're turning flips to get one man, but they're not waiting for you like that.
Right.
So anyway, but definitely let us know what you all think in the chat. Let us know your thoughts on Kevin Samuels, the type of person he was, and also was his rhetoric. Was it really in the end something to help women, if they were to listen to him? Maybe not everything, but a lot of things he said, would it have eventually helped women, if they would have followed his teaching? And has it helped a lot of women? I'm pretty sure there could be a lot of women today who may have said that what he said has benefit their life. So let us know what you think down in the chat, whatever platform you're on. All right, so now moving along. So more real talk we got is more about relationships, kind of, sort of, maybe. All right, so the next topic is when a man and a woman has been dating for a long while and the woman is ready to get married and have children and the man doesn't seem to be in a rush, should that woman propose so that she doesn't keep wasting her time? Okay, that is the next topic. There, y'all see it at the bottom. Yeah. After a long period of dating, should a woman propose so she doesn't keep wasting her time? Danielle, should she? Listen. A lot of times, listen, the woman, she's looking at her biological clock or whatever. She's looking at her fingers still empty, no ring. She's looking, okay, I've been with this man for 10 years. I mean, are we ever going to get married? Should she just propose and stop so that way she don't keep wasting her time? What are your thoughts?
I know there are dating coaches, men dating coaches, women dating coaches all over the internet who have all sorts of opinions about this sort of thing. But I personally think, as a woman who has often taken the dominant position with pursuing guys that I like, I would say no.
Okay.
I would say no, because I always had a kind of well, you know what? If I like him, I should just tell him, and I'll go after him. And it typically did not end well for me. And what I've mostly heard is that men, especially alpha men, for lack of a better term, like to chase, like to chase. And if I am asserting myself in the position of a chaser, then I am not. See, I want to be careful here. I want to be careful here. I want to be careful here.
Right.
Don't forget stereotypes.
Right.
But I'm not. I just coming off as feminine as I would otherwise be traditionally. So, as a woman who has historically been assertive and dominant and just went for the guy, hey, I like you, let's go out. And it just not having gone personally well for me, and me having heard this narrative in more, more and more in recent times about how when women go after the men who are naturally more of the chasers, it kind of strips the woman of her femininity
Right.
somewhat and makes her therefore less appealing. So at this stage in the game, knowing what I know now and having experienced what I've experienced now, I personally would not propose.
Okay. Cool beans. Well, you know what? It's so interesting. I kind of have a different approach than you. Well, see, the reason why, yeah, the reason why I say that yes, that women should propose. Now, not just propose like right off the bat, but I will say if it's been a length of time. And the reason why I said it is because I have actually seen in real time a lot of women that I know, whether it's family or friends or coworkers or other, how they just wait on these men. And also to another thing is because a lot of men, they're not in a rush to get married. A lot of times, just like how the girl back on the Kevin Samuels topic, how the girl said that she was told to be with one man. See, so she's being told to be with one man, meaning that she's looking for that one man to make her an honest woman, to give her the family, the kids, the picket fence, the house, all of that. See, but a lot of men, there may be some, but a lot of men, they're not being told to stick with one woman. If anything, they're told to spread your seeds, spread your oats. So that's what I mean by that. I just feel like that a lot of times, if it gets to be like close to a decade, and see, now this woman, she knows what she wants. She knows that she wants to be married. So why is she waiting on a man who really don't want to be married? He's fine with y'all just as they say, shacking up. I mean, listen, I'm just saying what they say. A lot of people are getting to the point where they just have companions, except for a lot of guys that, well, listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I know a guy who he lives with his girl. They have children. They have the whole family. He's like, well, why am I going to marry her? See, that's why you got to be careful too, because if you're going to be doing too much, like you're already married, a lot of men are looking at you like, you want to make it. You want to what? We're already living like we're married. So yes, I feel like yes, a woman should propose after a certain time. She should, feel confident enough to, maybe not propose like a man would, like get on one knee. But I think women should have their own way that they propose, not drop breadcrumbs. Because some women, they'll drop breadcrumbs, to get the man to propose. But no, just flat out, however a woman feels comfortable proposing, and just be like, hey, we've been doing this, we've been rocking for a while, or however they want to do it. But yeah, I definitely don't agree with you there 10, 15, 20 years, and you like, well, dang, is he ever going to propose? And you don't waste your life when you could have had all these other men. I've seen it happen with these women. I've seen it happen. And then they're mad. And then when they finally do marry the man, I mean, is it even special? I don't know. So my thing is, I feel like women should after a certain amount of time. I'm not saying like maybe within the first 2, 3, 4, maybe not even 5 years. But if you see it's like, okay, and also too, we got to think, if a woman wants to be married, isn't her wants, aren't they also important? So why should she just wait on a man who may never wants to be married? He's fine with just, y'all living the way you living. You come over, y'all do things together, you cook, y'all are living like a married couple without it being legal. So no, those are my thoughts. Do you disagree with? Well, I guess you do. But those are my thoughts. But listen, let's see what social media has to say. We actually took a poll on Instagram, and the poll was, the poll question was, should a woman propose if she's ready to be married? So you all answered, and it is actually split down the middle. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see. No, y'all can see it. But there you go. Yes, can you see it? Yeah. 50% said yes. 50% said no. So wow, it's actually split down the middle, and that's actually interesting that there are people who feel like yes, she should marry. I mean, yes, she should propose, and just get out of the way. Especially now with life being. I mean, well, how people always say life is so short. Also, I want to say too, real quick, that following the traditional way. The traditional way is the man propose. There's also the man proposed, but whenever there's a rarity of men following the traditional way, then how are we going to expect women to follow the traditional ways? For example, if men aren't thinking, I don't want to propose to her, listen, I'm happy living like a playboy. I'm happy living, as a companionship. So if men aren't living the traditional way, which supposed to be expected to propose, then how can we expect women to just sit back and wait for him to propose if he's not thinking traditional? So that's I feel like something just has to be kind of shifted a little bit. Or women are just gonna be sitting on a knot on a log while men have a plethora of women enjoying their youthfulness and their adulthood and all this stuff, while women are still sitting on their fingers for the prince to come. Okay, I'll shut up. Anyway, y'all let us know what you all think on whatever platform you're on. Okay, let us know what you all think. We thank you so much for your poll responses. Yeah, we're split down the middle, 50-50. That's how it is. All right, everybody. So we are definitely having a real hot, fresh time. Thank you so much for tuning in. But listen, don't go nowhere. We got a lot more show to come. We're going to get into a music break right now. And coming up next, we're going to have some in the know. I'm going to put you in the know what's happening in the tri-state area. Don't go anywhere. You're keeping it raw and fresh on Fly World Media.
In the world, I can't think of nothing else to say. Christina Milian, cool and drink. Come on.
I got the urge to scream out, pull out the dirt, let's be out. And I don't know about you, but I'ma get it popping like I'm supposed to do. Don't hold your breath, girls, breathe out. Sweat out your turn, pull your wave out. Until the world is time, then we gonna be hurt, we gonna scream out loud. Say, I'ma make it happen, I'ma make a way. Got something to prove, and you feel the same way. Say, I'ma keep it gangsta, I'ma make it hot. If you're feeling like a dude, then people throw your hands up and say, you wanna dance, then get down. You tryna chill, then sit down. Do what you wanna do. Don't let nobody tell you what you're supposed to do. You in a corner, you grinding, tryna to the bed, you ain't tryna do no time, man. I know you feel it's rough, and if you with me, people, let me see your hands up and say, I'ma make it happen, I'ma make a way. You got something to prove, and you feel the same way. Say, I'ma keep it gangsta, I'ma make it hot. If you feel like a dude, then people throw your hands up and say,
My nephew getting old and he's starting to talk. Now my mom's got sick and she can't walk. No high school diploma, but I know man ain't write one song. She still won't have. Deadbeat dad is what the media say. Best father in the world, my son I say. Won't stop till you broke. What his mom to say, but hey, them the type of game she play. The media talk so bad about me, but the streets still do so bad without me. Can't ban the snowman. This is thug motivation, just part of the program. The first day of class, and all you gotta do is stack cash to pass. Don't mind me, I'm just thinking out loud. Got my head in the clouds.
Let's just face it, we can do it if we try. We can make it if we try. Make it if we try. Ain't nothing to it, let's just take it. We can make it if we try. Let's just do it, we can make it. I know we'll make it if we try.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Fly World Media, where we keep it real hot and fresh. And right now, it's time to get in the know. Hit it.
Hey, Z. So,
Okay. Oh, I thought I had a little background. Oh, there we go. All right, everybody. Yes. Did you know? Did you know? All right. So first up, former Governor Patterson, his stepson injured by unknown suspect in Manhattan. Y'all might have heard about this. All right. On the Upper East Side, Manhattan, former Governor David Patterson and his 20-year-old son were injured by an unknown suspect in Manhattan. Okay. It happened just before 9 p.m. last Friday in front of the 1871 2nd Avenue on the Upper East Side, police says. Patterson suffered pain to his head. He was taken to the hospital where he expected to be okay. Now, there was no arrests that were made, and the investigation is ongoing. Now, here's an update of what's happening. Now, both Patterson and his stepson, they did have some injuries, but were able to fight off their attackers. The two were treated at a hospital and were released. So we're definitely praying that this right here gets resolved and that Patterson and his stepson are doing a-okay. That's a horrific situation. All right. Also, next up, the red carpet for The Room Next Door at the New York Film Festival held at the Lincoln Center. On the Upper East Side, on Upper West Side, a special screening of a new movie at the New York Film Festival was held on Upper West Side on Friday. The red carpet was busy for The Room Next Door. That's the name of it, shown at the Lincoln Center. It included a question and answer section with some of the cast and people behind the film. Among the stars were Julianne Moore and Tilda Swinton. The film is about close friends reconnecting in an extreme but sweet situation. The Room Next Door officially opens at Lincoln Center on December 20th. So y'all definitely be sure to look out for that. The Lincoln Center is a great spot. So yeah, I know that's gonna be really nice. All right, and last up on the list is a blockbuster jobs report paves way for U.S. economy to avoid recession. All right, a blockbuster job report on Friday that it's going to pave the way towards a soft landing in which inflation returns to normal levels while the U.S. economy averts a recession, experts told ABC News. Employers hired 254,000 workers last month, blowing past economists' expectations of 150,000 jobs, added U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Data showed the unemployment rate ticked down at 4.1%. The labor market ended a month-long slowdown, rebuking any lingering concern about an imminent recession and easing pressure on the Federal Reserve to stimulate the economy with rapid-fire interest rates cuts, as expert says. Now, weaker than expected jobs data in both July and August has stoked concern among some economists about the nation's economic outlook. A marked upstick in the nation's unemployment rate had also drawn concern, though the measure remained near 50-year lows. 2 weeks ago, the Fed cut its benchmark interest rate at a half a percentage point, signaling a shift towards greater focuses on safeguarding a strong labor market. The combination of stable inflation and steady employment growth marks a dramatic shift from the economic uncertainty that loomed over the economy 3 years ago. Back then, a blazing hot labor market and sky-high inflation triggered the most aggressive series of interest rates hikes at the Fed in decades. The spike in interest rates elicited gloomy forecasts of a recession from many economists, since high interest rates typically weigh on economic activity, causing businesses to slow investment and lay off workers. Experts who spoke to ABC News said the flex of labor market strength on Friday softens pressures on the Fed to speed up its cuts and stimulate the economy. In turn, the experts expect the Fed to cut interest rates to 0.25 percentage point at the central bank's next meeting in November. So everybody listen, as y'all can see, they are trying to, cut all this so that we do not end up in a recession. Now, some of y'all might feel like you're already in a recession, okay? But listen, obviously, our government are doing what they can to cut things and make things better, all right? All right, everybody, you are now in the know. All right, everybody, stay tuned because coming up next after the short music break, we have that drunk off the juice. That's right, that celebrity news from your girl, Danielle. So don't go anywhere because you're keeping it real hot and fresh with the best. We'll be right back.
Wish I could say it breaks my heart like you did in the beginning. It's not that we grew apart. A nightingale no longer the night, in the night, in the night. Want the same thing when we lay, otherwise minds are different ways, a different way from where I'm going. Oh, it's you again. Listen, this isn't a reunion, so sorry if I turn my head. Yours is a familiar face, but that don't make your place safe in my bed, my bed, my bed. I never thought my memory of what we had could be intruded, but I couldn't let it be. I needed it as much as you did. Now it's not hard to understand why we just speak at night. The only time I hold your hand is to get the angle right. Everything is slowing down. River of no return. You recognize my every sound. There's nothing new to learn. You'll never get my mind right, like two ships passing in the night, in the night, in the night. Want the same thing when we lay, otherwise minds are different ways, a different way from where I'm going. Oh, it's you again. Listen, this isn't a reunion.
Okay, and we are back, everybody, and it is time to get drunk off the juice. Let's hit that banner if we got it. Let's see, we got the banner. Oh, we ain't got no banner.
Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? So, Drunk Off the Juice tonight is not quite about celebrity news, but it is about a trending subject matter, which are the ever popular tarot videos, which are making a big splash all over YouTube and TikTok, especially. And a tarot is a deck of cards used for fortune telling and playing games. Uh, so, what are cards exactly? A tarot deck is usually made up of 78 cards divided into two groups, the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana contains 22 cards, also known as trumps, that represent spiritual matters and important trends. The minor arcana contains 56 cards divided into four suits and 14 cards each. Okay, what does this all mean? These cards are often used by what people call psychics or spiritual readers to essentially tell a fortune, tell the future, or even speak on current or uh, past events. And the interesting thing about tarot is it has a very complicated history with uh, witchcraft, devil worship, and a movement away from God. In fact, people who read tarot were often associated with witchcraft and devil worship, and witch hunts often occurred in Europe and its colonies from the 15th century to the 18th century. Causes witch hunts were a result of a number of factors, including religious upheavals, warfare, economic dislocation, and political tensions. Uh, the, the perpetrators, the majority of those who were accused of witchcraft were typically women, often widows, spinsters, or other women without male protection. A lot of people often thought that this was just an excuse for people to take out whatever hatred they had on women. And since women had very little rights at that time, it was very easy for a woman to be treated as if she were essentially nothing, and her life was easily put in danger at you know at the hands of unfortunate accusations. Now, the thing that I find interesting about tarot, I mean, I can go on and on about the factual history, is someone recommended that I watch tarot because they had received a pretty accurate reading, and my friend, she seemed really excited about it, and I did not believe in any of this stuff at the time. This was a few years back, maybe like around 2022, and I decided to watch a reading one day, just kind of like as a, just an odd thing to do. And the funny thing is, the I received a very, very accurate reading that I think was outright spooky. I received a message that was very specific to my late father. Now, before you go ahead and say, well, you know what, there are a lot of ways to debunk these so-called psychic readings. I mean, that's been talked about throughout time, but they've been giving very specific details on a very specific storyline in my life, and certain names and dates are consistently coming true, including people I have yet to meet. And then I, boom, within the week, meet that person named in the video. And this has been happening for well over a year now. I first became sort of interested in tarot videos in 2022, but I started watching them a bit more obsessively. And I got to admit, I got to slow down on that, because it's worse than reality TV. It's like a juicy narrative about your own life. And when these things are consistently coming true, it makes you wonder, like, how accurate are these readings? Is there a legit science behind this? Is there not? Is this, just malarkey? No, spirituality, I guess, is it's certainly nothing tangible. But I went from looking at those videos just out of a mere curiosity to being super impressed by how accurate a lot of those readings consistently were, to, saying, maybe I need to fall back. Because I think before I get too caught up in the supernatural fairy tale of my own life, I would like to know more about the science behind what this actually is, and how a lot of these readings are so accurate. And if there is no science behind this, then I think that is such a cool testimony to perhaps spirituality. Sorry, I got tongue tied. Beyond it, things beyond what we can touch, hear, smell, feel, and taste here in the 3D. And if anyone has any thoughts about, or experiences of their own about, supernatural occurrences and messages from beyond the grave, hey, I'd love to know what you guys think and what your experiences have been, because I've always been very curious about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm Nancy.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, but don't go anywhere, because coming up, we have those 10 ways you ghetto coming up. That's going to be a lot of laughs right there. And then also, so we have a great interview coming up as well with Dr. Glow. She is an educational leader and also entrepreneur. So a lot more is still coming up on the show, so definitely keep it locked. But right now, everybody, we do want to get into let you know about our sponsor. As y'all know, Autumn is here, and our sponsor, Paradox 09322, she has a lot of great products that she would love to share with you. So check out this advert right here. What's up, everybody? It's your guy Z Fly, and I'm so excited to tell you about what's happening new. As y'all know, it's a new season. That's right, fall. The leaves are changing, they're falling off the trees, and there's a little crisp in the air. But guess what? That is not all that's happening this fall. That's right, our sponsor, Paradox 09322, she is back with her autumn collection. And let me tell you, everybody, it is a must-have. Let's get into it. First off, she has her antibacterial hand foam soap. Woo! Let me tell you something. With ingredients like camphor, pink grapefruit, Peru balsam, wormwood, hoewood, distilled water, 4 different carrier oils, aloe vera, and vegetable glycerin, you know those benefits are off the chain because it's gonna clean and disinfect your hands while the essential oils provide uplifting and soothing effects. I'm telling you, everybody, your hands will thank you every time you go to wash them. Now, the one cool thing about this product is it comes in two different fun sizes. You have the regular size of 8 fluid ounce, but then you also have a sample size of 1 fluid ounce. So that way, it kind of gives you, a little, you got some options there. Okay, some options. Also, next on the list is the aromatic air freshener. Woo! Let me tell you something. Those dinner parties are never going to be the same again because the benefits, it freshens the air with a pleasant scent, all while the essential oils help create a calming and refreshing atmosphere. Can you imagine that? You're just sitting there watching TV, you know what I'm saying? You're playing the game and you just feel this calming effect. That's because you're going to be in the paradox. That's right. With ingredients like gluten-free vodka, baking soda, black spruce, wintergreen, basil, tangerine, and jasmine, you're going to be calm and chillaxing all of the time. Also, this also comes in fun sizes. You have the 1 fluid ounce sample size and then the regular size of an 8 fluid ounce. Now let's go back to the hand foam soap. Now, if you're wondering about these prices, don't worry, because it's so affordable. The sample size is only $2, which gives you the benefit of trying different scents, all at one time for only $2. The regular size for the hand foam soap is only $13. Air freshener also comes in a $2 sample size, but it's only $10 for the regular size. That is a really, really great. Now, you may be like, okay, wait a minute now. Which one do I get? I want the hand foam soap, and I also want the air freshener. Well, that's fine. Why not get them both? That's right, because they come in a bundle for only $20. That is a great, great deal for 8 fluid ounce size bottles. And let's get into the scents of it all, because the scents are crazy. That's right. She has scents like autumn air, autumn garden, happy harvest, crisp walk, and sweater weather, and so much more. That's right. So with these fun type of scents, you already know that your hands and your home are gonna just be smelling off charts right now. That's right. And the one great thing about the bundle is you can try a scent of each. So you can get 1 scent of the air freshener in a scent, and then also get another scent in the hand foam soap. So those are some fun choices that you have right there. So now, if you do have any questions or want to know more, then definitely feel free to reach out to our sponsor. Her name is Jewel Bullock, and she is waiting and ready and more than happy to take any of your questions about, allergies or any other ingredients, within the product itself. Be sure to hit her up. There's her email right there. Hit her up and let her know any concerns you may have on the products. That's right, everybody. And guess what? These items are so easy to order. All you have to do is go to our website. That's right, right at the bottom, right here. Go to the website. You'll hit enter site. Click on the shop area. Scroll down until you see from our sponsors. Click it, and there you go. It is time for happy shopping. You cannot go wrong with Paradox 09322 products, all natural products, may I add. You cannot go wrong, so definitely check it out. All right, everybody. Also, too, now, if you yourself have a product or a craft that you need some representation or some promotion, guess what? We are open for sponsorship. So definitely look right here at the bottom, hit us up. And one of our representatives will be more than happy to answer your questions and get back to you about any possible sponsorship, needs that you may have. All right. But in the meantime, definitely check out our website right here to get those Paradox 09322 products. That's right. The hand foam soap and the air freshener so that you and your home can be smelling good this autumn. All right. Smell good autumn. That's right, everybody. Smell good autumn. Thank you so much for our sponsor, Paradox 09322. All right, but right now you are still rocking it out, keeping it real hot and fresh with us. And right now we're about to get into some 10 ways you know you ghetto. Let's get
She just
into
appears
it.
to be just a little bit ghetto to me. A little bit ghetto, you know, a little bit hood. She just appears to be just a little bit ghetto.
Okay. Number one, y'all, you know you ghetto when you use the oven as extra cabinet space and hide your pots and pans in there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? People be like, okay, I went into preheat the oven, right? And I thought I was in a cooking supply store. Now, you know, I have actually been to people's house, Danielle, where they actually had pots and pans in the stove. I
And what's
mean,
wrong with
listen.
that? I
Well,
feel
listen,
judged.
I listen
I feel
because
like
you
you're
know
judging me
why?
right now.
Listen. I'm gonna keep on going to these dollar stores. You know how like you go, you know, you get the wardrobes or like the little, you know what I'm saying, the pot and pan things you can put. Listen, not the oven, okay?
Uh-uh.
Number two.
I said resourceful, but okay.
Gotta be resourceful. Number two, you know you ghetto when you got a brand new luxury car, but you still live with plastic covers on the couch. Now listen now, you know, y'all people that have the BMW, but your furniture is still in a showroom. That's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? You go to somebody's house, you stupid. You go to somebody's house, you looking for the price tag. Like, how much is this? It's still in the plastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Got a touch of OCD.
That's it. Number three, you I don't touch. Number three, you know you ghetto when you wrap your remote control in plastic so the buttons stay fresh. You know what? That is so funny. Yeah. Listen, I remember that my mom used to say, "Put your batteries in the refrigerator so that like they can recharge." So you
Yeah,
remember that? Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
Is that
That's
true? You know, I don't know about that. Is it well? See,
maybe.
even you don't know if it's true. We're gonna move on. Number four. Number four, you might be real ghetto if you got a bottle of ketchup that's been refilled with packets from McDonald's. Now, that's real ghetto. I mean, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, why do you keep buying new ones that you know what I'm saying you keep collecting for years? Just go buy a new thing of ketchup. Ketchup is not that expensive. It just isn't.
Right. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that
Thank
one.
you. Thank you. All right. Can I have that one at least? Number five, you know you ghetto when you use plastic bags from the grocery store as trash bags. Listen, I believe we don't say this almost every week. That is just serious. But I'm ghetto because I do that. So, okay, there you go. Number six, you might be a little cheap if you take extra napkins and plastic utensils from the fast food places for your house. I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Taco Tuesday is sponsored by Wendy's forks and Chipotle napkins. Now, see why that's so bad is because I've been to these stores, once again, these dollar stores, you can get paper towels for like what, 50 cents, I believe. I'm just saying. Do you disagree?
No. I'll give you that too. I'll give you that one too. I'm not
Number
arguing with that. I
seven.
have no good reason.
They got no good reason for that. Listen, they just taking a whole. I mean, I've actually seen people go in like a in a fast food and they just get a big grab of these things. It's ridiculous. All right, number seven, people. You might be real good and ghetto when your car check engine light has been on for 2 years and you have convinced yourself that it's just for decoration. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, listen, that light is just there to let me know that the car is still working. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it ain't for y'all. It's for me to know that the car is still working. But yeah, they won't get it checked out. It's there for anyway. I ain't gonna say nothing. Number eight, you a hot mess when you got aluminum foil covering your windows instead of curtains. Okay, listen, you gonna make sure.
If you have plants in the windows, though, doesn't that help create like a greenhouse sort of effect?
Oh, really? The
I've heard
aluminum foil. Oh, that's what you heard.
if you have plants in the
If you
window,
got plants. Oh, okay. Oh,
or am I wrong on that?
wait. I'm just trying to figure out now. What is the aluminum foil doing for the plants? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure, but I went to
See.
this.
Listen, you tried it. You tried it. No, that is ghetto. Number nine, you ghetto when you're still saying whatever. I'm sorry. What if you're still saving old spaghetti sauce jars to drink out of like they are fancy glasses. So basically, tonight's special prosecco is being served in a ragu jar. Now, could you imagine that? Your Prosecco wine is being served in ragu jars. Now, if people are, wow, if people are saving like the ragu jars, the spaghetti jars for glasses and for wine glasses, y'all need to go to the Dollar Tree. Listen, they got a whole nice margarita for $1.25. All right, and number 10, y'all. You know you get when you use a hanger as an antenna to get better reception on your TV. Now you ghetto if you still got TVs that need an antenna.
Now, you know what I always argue? A lot of people say the word ghetto. I say artistic, creative,
Artistic.
thinking outside the box. You
Okay,
know
okay,
what I'm
all
saying?
right. Artistic. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go with Danielle. All right. And there you have it, everybody. This week, your 10 ways you know you ghetto. Listen, I don't know how many of y'all ended up on this list, but you all know. All right, everybody. So don't go anywhere because coming up after the break, that's right. We are going to get into our interview for tonight. We have Dr. Gloria Pope. She is here. She's an educational leader, entrepreneur, and she's going to tell us all about who she is and what she does in our new segment that we're going to introduce to you called Rising Stars and Local Gems. Don't go anywhere because y'all know y'all keeping it real hot and fresh with the best. We'll be right back.
Fresh up off the flight, no luggage. Your boy rugged, the women love it. Jump right in the butter soft. I pull it up as we pulling off. She happy that I'm back, I see it in her face. She a reflection of me, so I keep a lace. His and hers timepieces rocked out. It's been a little minute since we popped out. Sun glistening off her tan skin. Exotic smoke blending in with the wind. Top down, doing 25 on Ocean Drive. Thank God, what a time to be alive. Me and more, it's she that I adore. Got a check and blew it in the Louis store. Paper planes going back and forth. Take another hit and blow the ashes off.
Floating in the breeze in the palm trees. I got her like she got me. She my number one rider. Loyal to the end, so survivor. What a time to be alive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive.
Businessman, I don't waste time. But when you miss your man, we can FaceTime. Overseas trips crossing different state lines. Trying to make a living is a straight grind. Blowing kisses and then smiley face emoji cons. She puts the whip, I'm shotgun, whatever road we on. Sharp dressing, rough around the edges. I break it down, she roll it up, we elevate together. We share a partnership, we making ends. No need to purchase gym to make amends. CEO, president, yeah, she made me him. Put in time, so much more than a lady friend. Right and rhyme, poolside when the day begin. Smoke a ziggy, getting tipsy off a shots ahead. Paper planes going back and forth. Take another hit and blow the ashes off.
Floating in the breeze in the palm trees. I got her like she got me. She my number one rider. Loyal to the end, so survivor. What a time to be alive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Floating in the breeze in the palm trees. I got her like she got me. She my number one rider. Loyal to the end, so survivor. What a time to be alive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive. Top down, 25 on Ocean Drive.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh show. That's right, where we keep it real, we keep it hot, and we keep it fresh. And today we're keeping it fresh by introducing you to a new segment that we have called Rising Stars and Local Gems. Let's see if let's hit it. That's right. This segment is, dedicated to, once again, those rising stars and local gems right here in the NYC and tri-state area. Those people who are making a difference, who do a lot of great things, right here in the community. And we want to highlight those people. And today we have our very first one. Her name is Dr. Gloria Pope. She's an educational leader, entrepreneur, and advocate passionate about empowering others through learning, leadership, and community development. She is the founder of several initiatives, including Black Girl Everything LLC and the Daisy Dream Project, which focus on supporting the BIWOC owned businesses and children with disabilities. As a certified executive, functioning coach, and mentor, Dr. Glow continues to create spaces for individuals to achieve their dreams while being a dedicated wife, mother, and community pillar. So she's a Jane of all trades. And with no further ado, let's welcome Dr. Gloria Pope to the Keeping It Real Hot and Fresh show.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hello. How are you? Thank you so much for being here.
I am amazing. I am excited to be here with you guys. You guys are funny. I was watching your segment. It's hilarious.
Oh my God. Yes. Good. I'm glad you loved it. Well, listen, now, first of all, is it Dr. Gloria Pope, or Dr. Glow? Can I call
I go finally by Dr. Glow.
Dr. Glow, I love it. It's so catchy, so fun. All right, well, Dr. Glow, let's get right into it. Tell us, what is Black Girl Everything and the Daisy Dream Project is about? What is it about?
Okay, so I'll start with Black Girl Everything. I started it in 2020. We promote and support Black women-owned businesses through hosting events and actually doing business coaching with them. So we came in an era when everybody was sitting down and Black women was empowered to say, I can do everything. So somebody like me who's an educator, a coach, a parent, and everything else, I started this organization to highlight amazing Black women in my life.
Got you. Okay, now you've been a strong advocate for learning and leadership in a marginalized communities. Now, what do you believe are the key components to fostering leadership in young women of color, especially those facing systemic challenges?
Well, I think everything is about just being yourself and trusting and believing that you have everything you need to be successful. That's what Black Girl Everything stands for ultimately. It's saying that nobody has to be the same and you can do everything that you want to do and do it with grace and power and strength. Right. So one of the things about we view Black women as being the most vulnerable community, because we are in most cases, but we're also the most powerful. And I think that Black Girl Everything is an organization that highlights the power of Black women and allows us to stand up strong.
Love it. Now, how does your background as an educator influence the way that you approach the community, development? For example, when it comes to supporting children with disabilities, how do you approach it?
Well, definitely through the Daisy Dream Project. I have a son with an IEP. And when I was working on my doctorate in education, I created my whole dissertation was around parent engagement in my community of Mount Vernon. So when I was writing that back in 2017, that 225 pages worth of a book, I didn't think I was going to start a nonprofit. So through some personal work that I did in 2021, I just declared it one Sunday night and I opened my first space about a month ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I opened the first sensory gym here in Mount Vernon. And I did it here in this marginalized community because children need access to the services as well as parents need the support. So it's been thriving. In the first week, we've had about 60 families already come through, linking with us and getting what they need to support their children with disabilities.
I love it. So, so now tell us, just working with everything that you do, I guess, what are some of those highlights? Some of those things that make you be like, you know what? This is what I'm doing. It's worth it. You tell us some of those highlights.
I think everything. The fact that, I'm the early childhood educator, I love early childhood, right? A lot of people say when I became a doctor, it was like, are you really going to run a daycare center? Hell yeah. Because why does not Black and brown kids don't deserve a doctor supporting them and providing them with optimal educational experiences? So every day when I walk into my school, I'm smiling. Every day I walk into my gym, I'm smiling. Every time a business emails me and says, hey, I did what you asked me to do through my coaching and I'm winning today, Those things are what support me and keep me going to run the organizations that I run. And ultimately, I'm here to actually support Black and brown communities because I do it from all angles. I deal with the education, I deal with businesses, I deal with people. I'm a life coach. So I'm able to support individuals really creating the brand of their life because everybody's a CEO of their own life.
Oh, you better say that last part one more time.
Their brand, because everyone is a CEO of their own life.
Wow. So many people need to hear that. Oh my gosh. You know what? Now, Dr. Glow, one thing I love about you is just your personality. You are really so glowy. So yeah, Dr. Glow is great. You're so glowy. And speaking of that, so I had a chance to look at your Instagram and you was having a lot of fun. I saw you in the ball pit video where like you was having a great time. And now one thing that you had mentioned in while you was in the ball pit is something that's up and coming. It's called the parenting while dreaming. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So I'm offering a free workshop tomorrow called Parenting While Dreaming, because parents sometimes they stop dreaming. I'm living all of my dreams. I woke up one day in Black Girl Everything. I was like, I'm just going to do this. And I just started it and it's thriving. The gym, never thought I was going to open my own gym. I had my first commercial space, right?
Wow.
And to believe that everybody's getting what they need from that space. And it's just about, people always ask me, how do I do it? Right? How do I do that? How am I a mom? How do I have my son who had IEPs now thriving as a sophomore in college, right? I have an intelligent 5-year-olds and I have an amazing marriage all at the same time. How do I get all those things done? And it's really believing in it. And a lot of it goes to my framework called brand, which is focusing on building through resilience, leaning to everything as assets, really using a network, and having a diligent mindset about getting things done.
That's it.
So this workshop tomorrow is going to give people some tricks of the trade so they can dream just like me.
I love it. One last thing. I love that quote whenever you say that, everybody, the brand, they're a CEO. But what will you say to those people who feel like, because, some people, they're not really leaders, they're more followers. So they may feel like, because whenever we think of CEO, we think of, a leader, a person in charge. But, there are those people who feel like, I'd rather follow the leader. What kind of advice, I guess, would you give to people who are followers?
Well, people are followers. There's always this power of choice. And even when you're following, you're choosing to follow, right? And ultimately, you're actually leading, right? Yourself to follow someone else. So it's really about people identifying the choices that they're making, because that choice is their power. That choice is what makes them the CEO of their life. Even if you're choosing to follow, there's people that I follow. There's people who are my mentors. I stalk all over social media to figure out and to actually educate myself, right? I'm following them, their social medias. I'm following the things that they're doing. I'm going to their workshops because everyone needs to be educated. But I'm still the CEO of my life because it's my choice to do so. So it's really about allowing people to understand that their choice is yours and you can live the life that you want to live as long as you believe that you can have what you want.
Got you. And then for the leaders, what advice would you give to young women of color looking to enter, entrepreneurship or community leadership, but feel held back by social barriers?
Listen, take that sledgehammer in your mind and break them down. And ultimately, it's create the things that your community needs. And I think that is the truth. That is the niche about everything. Black Girl Everything came about when the community really needed it, right? And it's still here. I have a great community that follows me still, that I still work with. The Daisy Dream Project and this gym, I have parents walking in there breaking down crying every day because they were looking for this type of space in this community. So it's really, if you're going to jump into something, don't lean into the bag. That's what I tell people all the time. Lean into your purpose. Because your purpose will always bring you the bag.
Got you. All right, everybody. This is Dr. Glow. Dr. Glow, let everybody know how can they keep in touch with you, with your company, everything that you're doing at social media.
Oh, definitely. So my social media is Black Girl Everything LLC, and you can also follow me at Dr. Glow, the brand. And honestly, if you Google me, I pop up. All my amazingness comes up on Google.
I thank you so much. Dr. Glow, you are our first rising star who kept it real hot and fresh. How do you feel?
I am so excited about that. I will post all about it. Like, look, I was the first one. It was me.
Yes, definitely do. Definitely do. Thank you so much for keeping in the community, New York and beyond. Just thank you so much. And just thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
All right. Everybody, that's how you do it. That's how you keep it real hot and fresh right there. Definitely keep it locked because we're gonna have more great show coming up. Once again, thank you to Dr. Glow with all of her encouragement and just her advice and just all of the greatness that she just shared upon us. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna get into that wham. That's right, what a man. You know what I'm saying? Where we are highlighting another male who's doing greatness once again in the community or beyond. And Danielle has that next. So don't go anywhere because you're keeping it raw and fresh. Y'all already know with the best. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? So, I want to talk about what a
Good job.
man.
I am so proud of you.
So, this brother is I always thought he was amazing, and so did my dad. But I guess you could say he's what a man from beyond the grave. I want to give a shout out to the late Jean-Michel Basquiat. Jean-Michel Basquiat was born December 22nd, 1960, and he unfortunately died on August 12th, 1988, of a heroin overdose. Uh, Basquiat was an American artist who rose to success during the 1980s as part of the Neo-Expressionism movement. Basquiat first achieved notoriety in the late 1970s as part of the graffiti duo Samo, alongside Al Diaz, writing enigmatic epigrams all over Manhattan, particularly in the cultural hotbed of the Lower East Side, where rap, punk, and street art coalesced into early hip hop culture. One of the things that made Basquiat so controversial is he tackled subject matters that were often very polarizing, such as racial matters and class issues. Basquiat was known for his neo-expressionist paintings and graffiti art that addressed themes of racism, classism, and colonialism. Basquiat is considered one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. His work bridged the gap between street art and the art world and continued to inspire and provoke. The symbolism in Basquiat's work is often characterized by compelling symbology, including masks that represent ancestral connection and spiritual protection. He also incorporated references to popular culture, such as images from cartoons alongside more serious subject matter. One of the great struggles that a lot of Black artists, Black American artists, have faced throughout time is being accurately portrayed as human. Oftentimes in film history, Black women, for example, we've historically been portrayed as the mammy, the overweight nanny, typically of a white family, who is all loving, all nurturing, typically unattractive, or super athletic, or what's the third trope? Oh, and you guys, sorry about that. But the complexities of who we are as a people is so beautifully diverse. It's just a shame that we haven't often been accurately portrayed as the complex souls that we are throughout time, throughout art, throughout media. And Basquiat has long been one of my favorites, as he wasn't afraid to show the complexities of who we are in terms of our relationship to sexuality, to gender, to race, and to the economy. He tackled the issues that historically haven't been assigned to us outside of the typical tropes. So shout out to you, Basquiat. Rest in peace, rest in power, salute. You inspire me as both an actor and a writer to this day, my brother from beyond the grave, to challenge who I am as a Black woman, as an artist, and just as a human being in terms of being more than just a one-dimensional stereotype. What a man, the late, great Basquiat.
All right, and there you have it. What a man. That's right. Thank you so much, Danielle. All right, everybody. So moving along, we are still looking for our 100 subscriber to our website. Now that's a shame, everybody. Now listen, now this $100 Walmart gift card is burning a hole in my pocket because we are still waiting for someone to take it away. So now it's okay though, because listen, we are definitely believing that before October leaves us, someone will win this $100 Walmart gift card. So listen, as I said, I know that this is like, kind of an evening hump day show. Some of y'all getting off of work, you're in traffic, whatever, but y'all need to watch this show after, it's live so that y'all can go ahead and scan that QR code right there and go on and win this $100, okay, to Walmart. So that's right, everybody. We are still looking for that $100 winner. The subscriber, all you have to do is really, it's so easy that it's almost a crime. All you got to do is either log on to the website right there or scan that QR code. You're going to see the homepage pop up with the subscribe area. Just put in your name and your email address and you are done. Once again, we will not send any spam or scam mail to your email address. So if you're worried about that, don't worry. We will not do those type of things. We are not that type of company. but definitely we are still looking for our $100 subscriber. Our 100 subscriber to win the $100 Walmart gift card. But I must tell you that we are very close. We're very close, people. So I'm there. You look at that. Listen, I'm looking at that myself. I might need to keep it for myself because I saw something at Walmart I could definitely use. But I'm gonna try to give it to y'all. So definitely go ahead and scan the QR code or go to the website by logging on. And you could just be that 100 subscriber to win. All righty, so that's that. All right, so we are definitely nearing down the end of the show. And as y'all know, we like to end it on a great note, a great positive note. And that is, I am my ancestors' wildest dream. Check it out.
Fellow Black woman, an actor or actress, whichever terminology you support, I wanted to give a special salute to the late Butterfly McQueen. She was born Thelma McQueen on January 8th, 1911, and died December 22nd, 1995. She was an American actress, and she originally started out as a dancer. She first appeared in films such as Prissy and Gone with the Wind, which was released in 1939. And she also appeared in films like Cabin in the Sky, 1943, and Mildred Pierce, which was released in 1944. She was often typecast as maids and domestic types, and she originally stated that she didn't mind playing the maid because she thought that's how you basically got your foot in the door. And I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the struggle of Black actors in Hollywood gaining roles of substance. And that's been one of the big criticisms of Hollywood and the roles that were often offered. Butterfly McQueen was put on record saying that while she didn't mind playing the stereotypical domestic type at first, she later resented it because she realized that, yeah, now I am feeding into a stereotypical narrative of what a Black woman could, should, and will likely be based on the trajectory of life. So I often wonder if a lot of Black actors who continue to take a lot of I guess stereotypical roles that don't really suit us in terms of moving further as a people, in terms of showcasing what we're capable of, in terms of intellect, in terms of our talent, in terms of our general hopefulness to the world. Should we just completely turn down roles in Hollywood if we're not being offered quality roles? And I would say shout out to Butterfly McQueen for furthermore bringing attention to that particular issue. I had a friend in undergrad who criticized Vivica Fox, and she was comparing Vivica Fox to, uh, I love her, a friend of mine. She's of Irish German descent, Irish German American descent. But she criticized Vivica Fox for not making a strong comeback in her acting career the way John Travolta did, especially since Quentin Tarantino gave them both revival roles. And it kind of disappointed me that my friend, who had otherwise considered herself to be a pretty liberal and progressive thinker, did not acknowledge that Black women, actors or actresses, and white male actors in Hollywood are not given the same playing field in terms of opportunities and quality roles. So I just say shout out to women like Butterfly McQueen who took the stereotypical roles so that other Black actresses who have come subsequent to her, myself included, can break through with more positive roles. And I salute her for addressing this initial issue uh, back in the day of how sometimes we got to take what's offered to us. And unfortunately, we as Black actors are not often given the same amount of opportunities, nor the same level of quality opportunities as our white actor counterparts. So, Miss Butterfly Queen, shout out to you. You're a great one, man. And a pioneer in the world of acting.
And there you have it. And so now we are your answer. I am my ancestors' wildest dream segment. Thank you so much for that, Danielle. All right, everybody. So that kind of concludes our show today. We hope so much that you enjoyed it. Hold on, where my girl Danielle at? I need my girl Danielle here with me. We got to close this show together. There she go. So everybody, we definitely hope that you enjoyed the show. A really, really fun packed show that we had today. We hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Definitely want to shout out and thank you so much to Dr. Glow for being our first rising star person to be in that segment. Once again, everybody, that was a really, really fun segment. And if you yourself, if you're a rising star here in the New York tri-state area, then definitely let us know. We might have some information that we can put up here for you, bookings. If anyone is interested in being in our rising star segment. So definitely let us know. You can definitely hit us up. We do want to thank you. Thanks to Dr. Glow, for just showing up and showing out and just enlightening us with everything that she's doing here in the tri-state area and beyond. If we could show her contact information again, you definitely want to reach out to her. If you are interested in anything that she's doing, you can reach out to her and definitely get connected. Also too, I do want to thank my co-host Danielle. Thank you so much, Danielle, for keeping fresh with me. How Danielle, how you? Yes. Here is Dr. Glow's information right here, everybody. Danielle, how you feeling after today's show? How we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, Z. How about you?
I'm feeling good. I thought we definitely knocked it out of the park. And also, I want to thank you to everybody who tuned in live today. Like I said, like I always say, every show that we understand that this is Wednesday, middle of the week, and the time of the show is people getting off of work. A lot of craziness has happened, but we do thank you for going back to listening to the show because we do see those numbers rising on YouTube. Yeah, you listen, y'all are going back to listen, and we thank y'all so much for tuning in and keeping it real hot and fresh with us. Also, once again, if you do want to comment on anything, definitely, I know on YouTube you could definitely leave your comments, and we'll answer them back and get back to you. I also want to thank our team as well for keeping us real hot and fresh here on screen. Thank you so much to the team. And that's pretty much. Yeah, there is our contact information right there where you can hook up with us and log into us and see what we're doing. Yes, definitely be sure to go to YouTube and not just listen, but subscribe, like, and share our videos. We thank you so very much for all of your hard work and just keeping us fly. All right, but in our closing, Danielle, you got any closing for the people?
Nah, just spread love, people. Spread love and kindness where you can. That's my closing message for the day.
That's it. That's right. And everybody, once again, definitely be sure to come back next week. We're gonna have another great show. Also, just some things to look out for. As y'all know, it's October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we're gonna be working on getting a representative to give us facts, statistics, and more about what's happening with breast cancer and how people can get involved, and more awarenesses and risk and symptoms, for people to look out for. So we're working on that. So look out for that interview coming this month, and just a lot of more great real hot freshness to come. So I'm your guy Z Fly with my girl Danielle on the side of me, and as I always say, y'all just stay fly, don't stay too high. But until next time, bye-bye.
Peace.